All right, well, this is a big, stupid mess. So I'm Joe, Decks and Drafts, by the way. Let's get that out of the way. I'm actually doing double recording here because I'm working in OBS because it's the only thing that gets, like, my face to not look awful. And I normally use Camtasia as my other kind of thing of choice when it comes to editing, and they had a new version that is just buggy as all hell. 2020 is pissing me off, so I might actually just have to bite the bullet and learn After Effects. But for you content creators out there, let me know what you use to edit, because this is a nightmare. Like, OBS just can't handle the audio for some reason. Like, the Eddie just hates it, but whatever. Anyway, back on task. So been a while, and not only has it been a while, it's been a while since we've had a card on this channel. The last thing that I did was my beer box opening. The thing before that was my marketing video, which got a heck of a lot of good responses, by the way. Thank you so much. If you hadn't had a chance to check it out, I introduced you kind of like to the marketing life cycle, and kind of where you as a card gamer fit in the engine of a kind of a game company. But anyway, that was then, and like I said, it's been a little while. Still waiting for Monarch to happen next week. So for you guys who are thinking this is gonna be a flesh and blood video, well, one, read the title. Two, no, we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna rock a little Opus 13. We're going to talk about when the world has happened to Final Fantasy in the last couple of months. Same thing that everything did with COVID, but this is for later. For now, you know, we got to do the beer thing. Mad Tree out in Cincinnati, Ohio. Happy Amber Ale. I know these guys. Cool brewery. Big fan of them. For the glass today, nobody has ever asked me, but in case you were ever curious of what my favorite beer of all time is, that is going to be Bristol Brewing out in Colorado Springs, their Laughing Lab. Chocolate caramel Scottish ale. Oh, it's so good. I could drink a billion of them. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's pour this out. I did go to Monarch pre-release. I got my butt handed to me. I went to 2 pre-releases. I went 1 and 7. I'm not good at building, but I'm going to have a whole video on my thoughts on Flesh and Blood Sealed. But again, that's not really what you're here for. You're here for Final Fantasy, right? Or maybe you're here for art. Maybe you're here to listen to me talk. I don't know. But anyway, cheers to that. Cheers. Bark, bark. All right. Let's open some packs. All right. As I mentioned, Opus 13. Cheap-ass Costco scissors. Happy Amber. Beer. Let's do this. Crack this bad boy. Opus 13, Crystal Radiance. So in the last set, Final Fantasy kind of brought in a new mechanic, which is multi-elements. This is them just taking it to the next level. We have Lightning on the cover because apparently that's the only character that Final Fantasy these guys think is marketable because they've been on like 4 covers for some reason. And it's whatever. We let that go. We just let that go. But yeah, we're gonna see what we get from these. Common, let's see, the whole set is 162 cards, I think. 54 common, 36 rare. It says right here. We get this cool little hero, 24, 14 legends. Yeah. So I think there's like 7 legends notoriously per box. That's kind of the norm. From what I remember. Here we go. Look at that. Yeah, box topper. Yeah. All right, and we get a box topper. Look at that. Golbez. I'm not gonna go over what these do because you don't want to be here for that. This needs to be sort of quick. But yeah, cool little full alt art. We get a legendary just for buying a box. Super neat. I think that's a reprint. But yeah, God, man, so pretty. These are really pretty packs. I'm not gonna lie. I almost kind of don't want to like. I almost don't want to. I have to. The show must go on. It is pretty though, and I really don't want to. I don't want to touch that. But anyway, okay. So for those of you who are new to the Final Fantasy card game spiel, we get a couple of commons. They're kind of weird in their rarities. So you've got commons, rares that are kind of your uncommon. You'll see it by the R down the bottom. Rare is really more of their uncommon. H is heroic. That's more of a rare. And then L is your legendary. That's kind of like a mythic for you magic people. So we get a couple commons up until we get a foil, which can be any rarity. And then the card after that is whatever we got. And actually, what am I doing? I can move this closer. We can move this closer. We're not playing a game. There we go. Here we go. It's a little better. A little better. Super cool lightning art. Thing I like about this game is that, with some exceptions, the art is actually made directly from, like, it's like Square Enix actually commissions people to make art of new characters. Well, whatever. So our first foil is just an uncommon Jake, and then the next one is whatever our thing is. Man, these are not sliding as much as I like to. Lid from Brave Exodus, because I apparently care about Exodus now. So that's neat. We'll throw that over there as well. And then uncommon. We're getting into kind of a weird place with Final Fantasy where now we're stuck dealing with stuff that I don't really care about. Like, I don't care about Brave Exodus. I just don't. And that's kind of the problem with licensing. That's the issue that you have if you're doing licensed product, is that as things go on, I have to, in order for me to like really feel invested in the characters that I'm seeing as something that is definitely licensed content, like I kind of have to follow all of it, and I don't really want to. So that's fine. See, March, Simon from FFT. Man, these do not slide. That's not something I expected. Lilty, another Sid. That can happen. He's so smiley. And for our hero, it's Graph from Mobius, another game I don't care about. But, you know, it's still a really fun game. Still really fun. Yang, Levnato, and an Odin. These are really cool, though. These are the new Odins. That's pretty solid. It's very anime style. So, all right. Try to crank this a little bit faster. But yeah, Opus 13, a little hard to get a hold of. Pre-releases, damn near impossible to get a hold of. That's just kind of the way of things. The cardboard revolution begins, everyone. COVID has made these things pricey. I don't think these are as pricey as the pre-release kits. Pre-release kits are going for like $99 or something crazy like that. Cecil Rare, kicking us off with the foil. And for our next, Sid Randell, super cool custom art. From Tactics Advance. I do like Tactics Advance. Tactics Advance was a fantastic game. Pavlov, these are so pretty. These cool little, from Crystal Chronicles, the little 52 card deck look. Gudon, big block of cheese. Gouda, he's pretty nuts. And then another one of those Odins. That's neat. That's cool. I need a sip of beer. All right. But yeah, the thing is like, I don't know necessarily if that rarity is really a reflection of the community growing or not. Oh, look how pretty that is. Ah, that's so pretty. It's real cool. I still don't care about Mobius, but pretty. But I don't know if that's a matter of the community is actually growing or whether it's just everything is getting rare nowadays. And that's just, we just have to accept that. That's just life now. Delita from FF Tactics, the Pictologic version of them. And for our next is a very beautifully drawn Sarah that you can't see because there are faces. There we go. Yeah, I love this custom art stuff. It's super pretty. All right, there's that and that. So I know out in Colorado, community's not necessarily growing. I did find up in Longmont where I got this box from. I did see some new faces buying some product on a whim. That was pretty cool. So maybe. They weren't buying like a ton. It was a couple packs, but maybe there are more people out there. Squall coming in as a rare / not hero, but rare. Remember, it's kind of uncommon. Except Remedy, Buddy. These two play nicely together. See, they're kind of drawn the same. Huzzah. Nice to have some of those. So, all right, cool. Boom. But yeah, hey, Final Fantasy guys, if your community's been growing like crazy and you have a whole bunch of new things happening, if you're starting events, hey, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see where people are, where this is all starting to get bigger. I know I want to get out and do some events. There's like the reunion events, which are super cool. The Garden Festival stuff. This was like kind of a fan made. We really need to get out of this COVID crap. So we had a small little event. Man, I just don't like how these don't slide at all. That's something weird. Like the card stock is incredible for this game, but this feels different for some reason. Iron Giant and Sid Hayes, another hero. Rocking the heroes today. That's unusual. That is unusual. I got 36 packs in this box. Like I said, usually you get about 7 legends. In them, 7 legendaries, not to mention usually like maybe 1 full art and then 2 foil legendaries. So that's super cool. There's also some legacy cards that are full art. So from previous sets, I actually got a Fina full art from, I think, Opus 9, 10. I don't remember what it was, but from a previous set. Vanille. I actually really want to play with this card. I really want to make a deck out of this one. Interesting mechanic. And Rain from Brave Exodus, because again, I care. I don't care. I don't. But yeah. Anyway, one of the struggles that I have kind of with Final Fantasy is that I don't feel things are terribly difficult to get. Now, I know that when it comes to like Opus 11, for those of you following, the full arts in Opus 11 are an insane amount of money right now, especially the full art ones. Or I think I just mentioned that, sorry. But I mean, outside of that, it's not, it's like Legends don't feel like that legendary and that difficult to get. That's pretty beautiful foil Sarah right there. Boom. Barbarisia, bringing in the Archfiends. Nice. This box sucks so far, by the way. If I'm buying these as open packs, that blows. These are all just basical heroes. And then a mid, super cool mid. Yuzuki, and then Squall. But I personally find that things may be just a little bit too easy to get. I know that's ironic, given that I'm bitching that I haven't gotten anything decent so far. But that feeling of the chase just isn't there with this game, unfortunately. And again, it's partly because it is, I think partly is because it is licensed, and they're repeating the same characters so many times. Like we've got 2 Lightnings in this set, even. That's kind of how nuts it is. Kunshira, another really good one, really fun one I want to build a deck around. So like, hey man, isn't it great to get wouldn't it be great to get Lightning? Wouldn't it be great to get Squall? Or wouldn't it be great to get Cloud? No, because you've got like 30 versions of them and half of them are common. So there's an element of like, I don't know how I feel about like, it's hard to get excited about opening packs, for things like Super Cool and Super Chase. I will say that I love opening packs because this game is actually fantastic to play. It is, one of my favorites. Flesh and Blood is really fighting. They're fighting for it. And they're doing pretty well. But, ooh, hello. Ooh, full art Remedy. Nice. Nice. This will fetch not a lot of money, but that's okay. That is okay. Full art Remedy, super cool. And then a Kane, my buddy Brant. And it's more heroes. What the hell? What in the shit? Lovely Bahamut from FF Tactics. I remember this summon. Such a pain in the ass. And then Wool for Mobius. Meh. But no, the game itself, fantastic. This is actually a lot of fun to play. I highly encourage if you do like kind of it is in a sense a Magic clone. You are kind of tapping things for energy. You're building up things that will give you energy, and there are things that are forwards and whatnot that will attack. But Luca, cool. Renoa, still not a hero. Again, or still not legendary. See, again, Renoa, big character, still not a legendary. There's like 60 different versions of her. And a bunch of them are commons. And I don't necessarily know how you get around that. Again, I think that's something that you just kind of struggle with the license. How pretty is that art for Ramza? How pretty is that darn art? It's not worth anything. It's an uncommon, but it is fun to look at the artwork. But they actually came out with a book for the artwork, so I could just get that if I wanted to. As we get into the multi-elements with this game, also that adds some pretty cool mechanics. I know my buddy Jeremy did his pre-release. He basically did he did in every color, and it worked great. It was really obnoxious. Look at Onion Knights, and it worked really well. Behemoth K. This was in my pre-release kit, our first legendary from Brave Exodus. Super cool tiger. Sage of Hess. This pissed a lot of people off because he's real good, y'all. He's a real good card. Dryad, X-Death, and a Squall. All right. Boom. Boom. It is 36 packs, so we've got a little ways to go. But yeah, he basically used all these to build the multicolor, and it somehow worked, and it was really consistent, and it was really obnoxious. Drove me nuts. Drove us all nuts. Yuke. And another Rain. More Rains. And a Yuke. 8 from Type 0. Izuki. Another very cool New Art Leviathan. Totally fan of that. Super neat. But I know we're starting to get spoilers for 14. This was one of those unfortunate where North America was actually kind of, we didn't get a chance to really get these for about a month after, until about a month after everybody else did. So it is a little hard to get kind of super excited about this. Monk for our foil. Aldora Emperor for our hero, multi-element. So it is also a little hard to get excited because everybody's already kind of like, hey, we've already figured out the meta and we've already been having a bunch of fun playing with these things and we're already excited for the next set. I'm like, great, what are you, Magic? Like, one set comes out and the next one is just like, okay, they're becoming the Apple of card games, in my opinion. It's like, hey, this new one's out. Let's talk about the next one. But yeah, you can still get this one. It's good. This set's just fine. More Onion Knights. 9 legendary. There's one of our foil legendaries, which you can barely see. There we go. You get a little of that shine there. Solid class, solid type 0 guy there. And then another Onion Knight. Another Onion Knight? Yep. Boom. Onion Knight decks. They're trying to make them all the rage. They're not, but you can try. You can try. Appreciate you. Think. Charlotte. And another wall. But all right. Moving on. Let's try to go through a little bit quicker. Now that we've seen the comments a billion times, I almost should just like slide right off since that's basically what's happening. It's hard to keep this guy concealed. Kirasame. Lednar. Another legendary. Next legendary. Also a very obnoxious one, especially in sealed. But yeah, super cool from Tactics Advance. I do like the Tactics Advance art. It's all in this style. There's a few others that have also been in that neat little sketch, pencil drawing type stuff. And I do like that. Like each set kind of has its own look. Each game has its own look and feel when you get the custom art. And then sometimes you just get, screenshots. Whatevs. It's okay. It's one of the things that was one of the big struggles with this game at the beginning. Aldora Emperor, hero, foil. And B. Queen B. King B. I don't know. God B. I'm not going to try to Boonivel. Whatever. I don't know how to say it. I know it was one of the criticisms with this game early on is that, the art was lacking. I mean, it is neat that you're getting characters, and yeah, it is one thing to say, wow, look at all this custom art. But then I look at another game, and other games that have everything be custom art, and you're just like, okay, well, what are you guys doing? There's tons out there. It'd be kind of cool if they did like a fan art set, but that would be probably a lot more money than they can give up. All right, Cool Alexander. The J.J. Abrams glare, just right there for me. Chime. More heroes. These are super cool when they're full art, which we probably will not be getting. I want to say a little more than halfway through the box. Halfway through the box. Man, I didn't want this to be a half-hour video. I apologize, guys. So let's just roll. Let's go. We got ourselves Arc. And Balthier. Hero deck, Sky Pirates. So far it's been 2 legendaries, 1 legendary foil. Sky Pirates. I like Sky Pirate decks. I had a decent Sky Pirate deck that I need to bring back. Need to give it another go. All right. More lid. I've got like 5 now, 5 or 6 lids. This is definitely the throwaway rare. Spiritus, nice light or dark legendary. You can do some real janky synergy with this, as well as the light version of this. It's pretty solid. Beautiful Vermilion Setuna. Love that artwork. Boom. Kind of going right in the center for some reason. Going dead middle of these packs. Whatever, it's okay. You move on. Laswell, uncommon foil. Doga. From FF3 for the 2 of you who played it. But big summon shenanigans. If you want to do summon, speaking of summon shenanigans, Rydia, Bahamut, Leviathan. I'm just going to check these. I just want to track these. This looks like this has been a common slot where I've seen one of the new summons in the back. I'll have to check that over time. So we'll look for these. We'll look for those as the last card, as a normal thing, as a regular thing. I'm just gonna jump right in. Ooh. Shiny Kinshira. Like it. I'm a fan. Chime, again. Million, Hope. Alright, well, already not the... I'm already wrong. I'm already wrong in that. But I wonder if those summons show up in anywhere else. That's what I'm going to look. Is if those summons show up anywhere else in the pack. Okay, this one does not like to work. That's okay. All right. Oh god. All right. So I mean, I thought this was actually better than it was. But it is always fun to get the starter deck as foils. So Oracle of Light, super cool. Love that arc. She's actually also nuts as a card. She's absolutely insane. Ah, there we go. There's the other lightning. Look at that. It was reminded that this is very Parasite Eve and Aabri and that initial red dress before the whole theater burned down, or everybody burned down. That's how that worked. But yeah, it's not a half bad pack. Not a half bad pack at all. All right. Ba-dum. Cecil, Bahamut, Livnano. My pack tracking idea is already bad. It's already wrong. It's fine. That's fine. I'll own that. Bunch of commons. Foily Giraffe. Cool. L. More Brave Exodus stuff. This is very much the Brave Exodus set, since it's kind of the first time they've dabbled in it. So they got to bring a lot of characters in. Yang, Agrias, and then Sakura. Foily. Not Foily. Off we go. Need a beer. I originally was doing the 2-cam stuff. I've been struggling with that. I'm struggling with that a little bit. I gotta come up with a setup where I can do both recordings and they're both of decent quality, and I'm struggling. So again, if you're a content creator, please help me out, because I'm getting my ass handed to me. Black Mage from EX, which I don't even know what the hell EX actually is. That's on me. Legendary Celestia. This is actually one of my complaints. Right here. So this Celestia, you see the same type of thing. It's her on the side, and then there's like kind of this just standard kind of gradient background, or it's all blue. It's just this kind of patchwork. In this case, we've got this thing in the center, but this is a legendary. Like some of them are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Kind of lazy. And it feels that way. That is still one of my struggles. And I know that's a lot of work to do something like this. But again, I'm looking at other sets out there that make their own art and commission their own artwork well in advance. And I'd be like, you know, I think that no matter what, people are going to look at this game. You know, people who are into card games look at this and be like, I don't want to have to follow Final Fantasy all the time. But even at the end of the day, sometimes it just looks kind of cheap. Beautiful, beautiful, cheap. Cheap. Really cheap. Kind of late. Like it. I don't know. That's my thoughts. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Help me out. What you got? X-Death reprints. Oxstar. God, I hate this guy. He's so good. He's annoying. But that's our next legendary in the box. Ba-doom. 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 But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts? If Final Fantasy has been struggling, like the fact that, again, we're on 13, Opus 13, and it's definitely not a home run, at least not in the States. Sorry, you heard the jingling. That's my dog saying hi. Also wants to comment. I feel that it struggles, and I feel that it's going to continue to struggle. Booty Shiva, from Type 0. That's all she is. Oh, nice. There we go. Materia. That's gonna make my buddy a little sad. Happy to get this one. She works so great with the Oracle of Light. It's kind of nuts. These two play very nicely together. It's a little unfair. But anyway, nice, cool. That's more legendaries. I think we're up to par. I forgot where we're on, 5 maybe. 5 legendaries. I'm totally wrong on the cute art, by the way, in the back slot. I'm bad. I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this. So I don't know. What do you want Final Fantasy to do? I know that I want them to make good on their word and get rid of the 13. That's the first thing I think they need to do. I think if I want people to come into this game and I see that there have been 13 sets, that just sucks. I mean, that's going to be something they're going to have to acknowledge anyway, but it's an immediate turnoff before I even get introduced to the game. And I don't think that's helping. I'd also love to see them take a little bit more care and consideration. Ooh, hello. Nice. Nice. Cheap for a foil legend. Rares to get, only 2 in a box, but whatever. I would like them to solve this problem as well and take a little bit more care about what the actual cards look like. I know they do a lot, and sometimes it's super cool and super pretty, like with Lightning. But it makes it, you look at this and then you come to something like this and you're like, why? Why is this a thing? And yeah, I think it's just, it's hard, especially knowing that you're looking at Final Fantasy and, oh, they've made a Final Fantasy card game. And, you know, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are really the two that have been able to get licensing well. Weiss Schwartz, I think, is the other one. But you look and it's like, oh, what good could Final Fantasy have really done? And then you see stuff like this and you're like, yeah, that pars the whole. That sounds about right. They just took a bunch of their imagery that they already had, threw it on cards, and then made a card game out of it, and they're going to expect it to be great. Again, friendly reminder, this game is fucking spectacular as far as how it plays. I absolutely love it. There is so much you can do. There's basically no meta because everything's good. You can, if you want to beat everybody up with chocobos, you absolutely can. It's nuts. I've got a VV deck that I'm retiring. I will retire at Colorado. I'm sorry. But I beat the crap out of everyone with VV, and I feel really good about myself. And there we go. That's how are you, Clevant? Cognazo, more of the Archfiends. Nice to see, man, it's kind of opening up an Archfiend deck for me. It's kind of neat. I'll take that. Alex, Sink, Nickel. Other things I'd like to see Final Fantasy do. Oh, man, I'd love to see Final Fantasy stop making every single one of their stupid sleeve art ideas for purchase. Man, it just, like, I get it. It's cool. It's neat. But there's like 60, 70 different sleeves that you can buy. You can never find them. They're always like 80, 90 bucks or something. Or like even 30, it's bad. Ooh, second full art. That's cool. I'll take 2 full arts in a box. Can't complain about that. It's Rubicante. Bam. Man, that's really neat looking. Super neat looking. Like that. And then... Fine. That's fine. It's bad enough that we've gone back to back to back with the Archfiends. Might as well go back to back in a pack as well. But yeah, there's a whole lot of merchandise, a whole lot of sleeves, and a whole lot of play mats that you can just buy. And there's just a ton of them. There's an obscene number of them. So when I'm looking at like these elite ones, I'm like, who cares? Why do I care? I don't care about the elite ones. It doesn't mean anything to me. Because I could just go buy a whole bunch of other things. I like this selfie. Super pretty art. Not a great card, but really pretty art. So yeah, I mean, it boils down to the thing I said at the beginning. I just wish that certain things were harder to get. The thrill of the chase is not much of a thing that happens here. There's a few now. I mean, I know that I would love some of the legacy full arts. I'm definitely not going to be getting one in this box. That's cool and all. That's one. Some of the legends I like to play, but it's just like the value. I kind of have to. I feel like I have to. I just don't feel the value. I don't look and be like, man, I feel like this box was just paid for. I don't. In a weird way, that's kind of healthy for the game and the gameplay. But again, if you're trying to get new people in, you got to kind of play both. You got to play both sides. You got to play both sides at least a little bit. I think I talked about it in a previous video of like, what's the complexity behind, ooh, another starter foil. Super nice. What is that balance between, is it good for the game because you don't care at all about the secondary market and stuff is just too easy? And does that turn people off to even wanting to try the game to begin with? Une, coming in. And I don't know. That's more questions for the group. I want this in a full art. It's more questions for the group. It's more questions for you guys. We're down to 2, by the way. We're down to 2. I'm gonna get one more, well, 2 more swigs. And yeah, we'll wrap this bad boy up. Fina from BE. Shara, beautiful Tactics Advance Art. It's my probably my last legendary of the box. I actually didn't even know this was a legendary, but excited to go see it. Man, she looks like she's a hexproof. Oof, oof, that could be messy. That could be messy. All right, all right, that's cool. That's cool. Boom. Last pack magic. I don't even know what the heck I'm looking for. Again, that's kind of the issue. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't even know what kind I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, legend would be great. All right. Rock and another remedy. So I got myself a playset. Nice. Nice. That'll work. Boom. Boom. Those will stack there. Let's see what the final haul was. Legend. Legend. It gets real slim pickings. Legend. I think that was it. Yep. So, yep. Sounds about right. As I mentioned, 7 legendaries. 7 regular legendaries. 2, let's see. There's my 2. 1. 2. Here we go. 7 legends, 2 rare legend foils, which is always nice. Getting 2 full arts in a box, that's a little bit rare. That's kind of cool. But yeah, that's an Opus 13. I got one more box. I don't know what I want to do with it. I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I've got just a teensy bit of this left, so I'm going to down this. Call it good there. I will see you next time. Cheers, guys.